All right, we are back in our series with the Adams Nabel Mortgage team. We're talking about all kinds of things related to mortgages and what's involved in the whole process, which I think is a really valuable conversation since at some point in their lives, most people probably purchase a home. So we are going to be talking in this video about when you're a first-time buyer, how to just kind of simplify the process and take the fear out of it and take the intimidation out of it. Because I think for a lot of people, the word mortgage is just really scary. Mm-hmm. So let's kind of start by just saying, you know, you as lenders are the guide for people in this process, which I think is so valuable. You are the Obi-Wan Kenobi, right? You're helping them on their hero's journey of buying a home. What do you feel like when people are buying a home for the first time and they're coming to you for the first time? What are some things that they're surprised by?
You said it. I think people dread getting a mortgage. People love the thought of buying a house. Mm-hmm. They dread the process of getting a mortgage. They've heard horror stories. You know, they've gone online. And I think the one thing that that people say all the time after that first consultation was, wow, how easy that was.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And that's the one thing I'm like, wow, that makes me feel good. It was easy,
well,
right?
It means you guys have done a really good job.
And we do it all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, so we do this all the time, day in, day out. And so for somebody to tell you how scared they were and then, you know, they have that first talk and it's so easy. They have their plan drawn out on a map. They know exactly, you know, what price point they want to be in. They know exactly how much money they need to put in the transaction. Right. It's like such a relief for them. And now I'm like, okay, now go find a house. Yeah. That's the hard part.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry to tell you this was the easy part.
Yeah.
I think that's great. I think, it definitely, I remember the first time I bought a house, I was like, I don't even really know what a mortgage is. I know that I need one.
Yeah.
But I don't know how it works. I don't know any of the terms. So I think it's great that you guys are making it so easy for people. When people are sort of looking at this process for the first time and they're trying to sort out, okay, what steps am I supposed to be taking?
Yeah.
What is the first step? What would you say, okay, before you do anything else, do this?
Surround yourself with a good team.
Okay.
The most important. A good team, and when I say team, there's three people on your team. There's the home buyer, there's the realtor, there's the mortgage professional. And if you don't surround yourself with a good team, you will not have a good experience. If one person on that team is not good, you will not have a great experience. So this is where you really rely on. You rely on your friends, your family for recommendations. Right. I don't recommend people finding somebody off Google, off Zillow, off a podcast.
Yeah.
I mean,
what about this podcast?
Yeah. I mean, but you know, but reviews matter. Check their reviews. Call around, ask around. You know, in the real estate business, we'll go back to experience matters.
Yeah. So how do you know if your team is good? What should you be looking for?
Well, I think personal referrals are really important in this business. That's the one thing.
So kind of start with someone else knows them and had a good experience.
Personal referrals, or, you know, do some research. I mean, you know, anybody can log on to Google. You know, do your research. Go read reviews. You know, what do you think?
Choosing a local lender
100%.
who has a reputation.
Okay, so if you're located in Alabama, maybe don't try to work with someone who's in California.
Well, not just Alabama. If you're buying a house in Birmingham, Alabama, I wouldn't recommend getting a realtor in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Oh, so you want to be very local.
You have to be. I mean, you have to have, you know, I guess this applies more to realtors than it does mortgage professionals, but especially mortgage professionals. I think it's very important to stay local. And in today's market or today's world, everything's at your fingertips, or you think, right? And so you can talk to a national lender who's in Texas or Minnesota or California, and they don't have their finger on the pulse of what's happening in Birmingham.
Yeah.
They don't know that this community is a hotter market than this community.
Yeah.
So if you're buying in this community, we need to have some conversations and put more of a specific game plan together than if you're buying in a community where the houses aren't moving quite as fast.
So context is really important.
100%.
The local context is really important. Okay. And when someone comes to you to start this process of buying a home, I know that you guys are very good about sort of walking along with them every step of the way. Yeah. Can you kind of describe how you do that? And maybe this is more of a question for you.
Yes. The number one most important thing that we focus on is communication. That is the key to a successful transaction. When the first question I ask someone is, how do you want me to reach out to you? Do you want me to text you? Do you want me to email? Do you want me to call you? I'll do all three. Yeah. Both of us have driven an hour to meet someone just to sign documents or sign something or deliver something. No need is too great. We will meet them wherever they need it.
Oh, I think that's great. I love that you asked that as your first question. You know, it's like it's so unexpected, but it shows that you're willing to do whatever it is they need you to do.
Definitely.
So then beyond that communication, are there other like sort of practical things that you do along the way, points where you check in? What is the process like? What's the experience like?
So we have evolved over the years with this one. Mm-hmm. I mean, from the Tuesday update calls, and then we thought, well, I think they like them better on Mondays, so the Monday update calls. And then, you know, but if people are asking, has the appraisal come back? Has the loan been approved yet? And it happens on a Wednesday, you don't want to wait till Monday to tell them that, or to wait till Tuesday to tell them that. Right. So, I mean, honestly, we're in constant contact with the people, or our buyers, not the people, but our buyers it's on a daily basis. If they call, we respond. And we try to keep people in the loop as it goes. Like when the appraisal comes in, what do? We got the appraisal. Yeah,
let them know. But we've probably already let them know that it's going to come back on that day. Yeah.
So they even know to expect it before it hits.
Most of the time. And the good realtors, we're in contact with them every day. And once like I said, once again, it's the whole team. And if the team's communicating together, it just makes everything so much easier.
Yeah, I think that's great. I feel like just communicating well with people takes so much of the fear out of a process. If they can just know what's going on, you know, so I think that's wonderful. Throughout the process of someone coming to you and walking through this process of buying a home, what are some of the roadblocks that you kind of see come up, and then how do you kind of help the client navigate that?
You've got you deal with a lot of this. So she's the one who fixes all the roadblocks. So as a roadblock comes up, Casey always comes up with, she'll come up with multiple plans of like, which one do you think's the best? And so we talk about that a lot. But one of the things that I want to say is you can avoid roadblocks. I mean, you really can. Okay. I mean, most of the time they can all be avoided up front with transparency, honesty, a complete loan application. I mean, we've got stories.
Yeah, you don't have to fix a problem if it doesn't exist. Yeah. If you anticipate it and avoid it, then you don't have a roadblock.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we've got stories. I mean, just recently, we had a customer, perfect customer, perfect buyer, husband and wife moving across the country. The loan was approved. Everybody thought everything was a go. The wife decided to retire. And so when we go do, and nobody told us. So when we go do final verifications of employment, which we have to do verbal verifications of employment before closing, guess what? She's not working there anymore.
And that changes everything.
Changes everything. Luckily for them, there was enough income here with the husband that we could overcome that. In some cases, we've used some of that cash to pay off debt, make it work. But it's like if you're anticipating quitting your job or the job change. I mean, we've had this come up, right? Where, why don't you share some of these job changes that we've had, like from salary to hourly, or
even just going from salary to hourly? Yes,
makes a big difference.
Makes a huge difference.
Okay.
And your approval process.
So maybe it would be good advice to say, if you're planning a big change with your career or anything like that, maybe let the dust settle.
Well,
or just let us know.
Yeah, just let us know. I mean, people say when you're buying a house, don't make large purchases, right? Don't buy a car.
Yeah.
But that doesn't have to be the case. I mean, what else? I mean, if you want to go by that rule, I have no problems with that.
Yeah.
But if your car breaks down, you still have to go to work.
Right.
So just let us know. Okay. I'm trying to think. Furniture is a big one. There's a Labor Day sale, but we're not closing until October. We won't take advantage of it.
Yeah.
And we need to go and buy this stuff right now. And that's most of the time that's okay. But just let us know before it becomes a roadblock.
Yeah.
And so that's why it's just a communication process.
So practically, what do you guys do with that information? If I'm buying a house and I say, hey, Adam, I decided to buy a car. What would you like? How do you navigate that?
That's yours.
Well, depends on when they tell us. If they tell us beforehand, then we'll analyze what type of payment that they can support with the income that they have. Okay. If it's after, then we're kind of doing damage control. Okay, do you need to pay something off? Typically, when we pre-approve people, it is based on what payment you're comfortable with. So it's not based on what is the absolute max that I can qualify for and not have any room for anything else whatsoever, because we're helping people based on their comfortable payment, we don't typically run into an issue that we can't solve.
Yeah. Okay. That's great. So one thing that I remember when I was buying my first home is that I was a little bit surprised by the whole down payment situation. Like, I had in my head that it had to be a certain number, and then when I started talking with people, I discovered that was not necessarily the case. So I'm kind of thinking this might be something that could come up for a first-time home buyer that they're not aware of. Can y'all talk a little bit about down payments? How much do you have to have? What are the myths? What are the facts? All that.
I actually thought the same thing when I bought my first home before I was in the mortgage industry. I thought, I have to have 20% to buy a house, but that's not the case. We have lots of options for people with as little as $0 down. And we have many programs available. So, no one should let that stop them from starting the process, or some people just don't think they can qualify. We had a couple not too long ago who made plenty of money, and the house they wanted was well within their budget, but they came in saying, I'm not really sure if we can qualify, and they 100% could. So I think that fear and uncertainty do hold people back.
Yeah. Okay, so again, we've been doing a whole series on the mortgage process with the Adams Nabel mortgage team. We're so happy to have them here. This video was mostly about first-time home buyers, but we have lots of other videos about different topics, so if you haven't checked them all out, please do. If you are looking for a new house, especially in the Birmingham area, please give them a call. They are very caring, very kind, and knowledgeable, 20 plus years of experience on this team, and so we're so thankful to have them. Come back for the next one. We'll be talking about what to do if you're denied a mortgage. Thank y'all for being here again.
Thank you.